Hi, this is Roman News, and you are watching us here at 4th Literature Festival in Delhi, and we are with Mr. Avirook, the researcher and book writer of Aarushi murder case. Sir, I'm going to ask you some questions, and my first question is, one of the major hurdles, or would we say, some problems you face while doing these research?
It's a fair enough question, but in my mind, there really were not that many hurdles. All I had to do is travel about 110 kilometers every day to get from Gurgaon to Ghaziabad and back. But bar that, if you really just attended the trial like a normal reporter, then there weren't that many problems as such. One of the issues that does come up quite often is the nature of how testimony is recorded in a place like Ghaziabad. So that happens first of all in Hindi, so you have to wait for a transcript. And very often it's not verbatim. So it is a clerk writing down what he thinks or what the judge thinks or the counsel says the witness is saying. So occasionally you will have very long winded sentences and all of that. So that, to that extent only, not no major hurdles. Yes, one part of it was that some information was deliberately suppressed by the CBI. So to ferret that out, it did take some effort. But I wouldn't call it a hurdle. I mean, that's what journalists are supposed to do anyway.
My second question would be, when we see about situations, we already have a situation of Aarushi murder case, and in the while we get another situation that could be in Mukherjee case.
Right.
So what's your point on this? We're already having a situation here, and the situations are increasing day by day.
Do you mean number of murders or how
number of confusing murders?
Right. So part of the confusion lies with the nature of the media coverage. In both cases, and I've said this earlier also, I had a sense of deja vu about it because there was corporate coverage in the Aarushi case. I pointed in my book that on one day, the Aarushi case had higher TRPs than an IPL match. It was more popularly watched than cricket. That's highly unusual. The same thing happened in the Sheena Bora case for about 2-3 weeks. There was this corporate coverage. You heard of nothing else. Now, one of the things that emerges later is that all the stories put out are very seldom borne out as they are once the matter reaches court. Then the story becomes quite different. Some of the things that are said don't even feature anywhere. Other things are proven to be falsehoods. These things happen in court. That's why the trial stage, the charge sheet trial stage of any of these cases, is possibly the place where people should focus. The other thing about cases like this is, in my view, the media's focus on conduct rather than evidence. That is really going by what's called gut feel. Oh, I think this person may have murdered. Aarushi Talwar never cried on television. So therefore, she must be guilty. Or the background of Ingani Mukherjee suggests that there may have been something. Now, all of this is speculative. Really, this is a serious case. It's a murder. If someone's convicted, they're going to be put away for life. So it's upon us, just as rational people, to look at the evidence rather than conduct.
Let's come out of this situation and come to the writing thing, as we are at Delhi Literature Festival. So we hear that writing a fiction story is one of the hardest work.
Right.
But what about non-fiction?
See, I am a non-fiction writer myself, so all of it is hard work. I can't say that it's any easier or...
It's harder than fiction? Or
I can't really say. I can only speak for myself. The thing that I like about non-fiction writing is that it has an advantage, that the story kind of writes itself for you. Whereas perhaps in fiction you can think it out. Stay with the good news. By that I mean stay with news that you can skeptically believe.